Alright, welcome back to another video, everyone. This is my Nationals recap. That was July 15th, Thursday, July 15th. Today's July 19th, Monday. So, I have the live stream and I'm going to show a little bit of what the announcer's saying because it's kind of interesting what he's saying. And then I'll elaborate on what he said. Not so much about me. I don't really care about me, but just about powerlifting because he was a very good announcer. I forgot his name. It says on the email, I forgot, but it didn't go as planned. But I don't think it was it wasn't a bad meet. The meet in June a month ago, I did better, and I like this one more for some reason. I was more prepared for this one, but I did worse. But I like this one better. I'll explain why after, but let's show the lifts first. So we'll go with squats. It was 419 opener. Here it is.
Quads could get engaged because when you're very deep like that, your quads can't help you. So he used his upper back to get him to where his quads could help out, and then his whole body stood up with that weight. Very nice job. Mark Cervantes, 190 kilos for Mark. Come on, Mark. So Mark has a little bit more of a lean forward style. Not quite the style that was popularized by Steve Goggins and now Kimberly Walford. 10-time world champion Kimberly Walford does it. But it is still a style that requires you to use more of your upper back to complete the lift. So you are shoving your back into the bar very, very, very hard. If you do it wrong, you end up getting nailed to the floor. If you do it right, you squat a ton of weight.
Second attempt, 440. That was, it was an okay opener. I did 424 last month, so 418 because it's just, 419. It didn't go great, the prep, for squat specifically. I just got weaker, so we just did 419. Then I did 440, and here's that. So what the announcer said is he said I have a more lean forward style. And if you do that, you have to push with the upper back a lot. And I've noticed that when he said that, I never noticed with me, but I noticed with people that lean forward a lot, they do push with the upper back if they don't do it right. And he said if you don't do it right, you get stapled to the floor, and if you do it right, you squat a ton of weight. And it's funny because people who do low bar and really lean forward, like taller people, because I'm short and I have a really short torso, so for me, I don't think I lean forward that much. If you see other people at Nationals that were leaning forward, he mentions every single one that leans forward. They're worse than me because they're, have longer torsos. Torsos, not tarsals, like your fingers. No, your toes. Your toes, sorry. So what I'm saying is, I notice people that don't low bar squat very correct with the great form and proper biomechanics, whatever, and they're tall, like 6'2". I notice they do what he says. They're pushing a lot with their upper back, and their elbows start to flare up, which is what you don't want. And I notice that's when the rep gets hard for them, not for me. It's really comfortable for me. I don't think I lean forward as much. I do, for sure. Everyone tells me I know I do, but not compared to taller people. So here's the second tip.
And now Mark Cervantes is up next with 200 kilos. This is 440.9 pounds for Mark Cervantes. You guys want to check out some behind the scenes, go to USP at USPA Power at USPA California. And then I'm posting a little bit of stuff as well. Some interviews with athletes on at Garage Gym Life Media. Come on, Mark. Don't you let that staple you. Push your back into that bar right now. Good job by Mark to stand up with that weight. What do the judges like? The judges say they saw something they did not like. He's going to need to correct that.
So with that one, I didn't ask, but I got 3 reds. I never got 3 reds on a squat. And to this day, I've still never fell on a squat, like in a meet, like where they had to catch me. It was hard. 445 last meet was like similar to that, and this 5.5 pounds lighter. I thought I got it, honestly. Like, I looked at the whites, I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get it. I didn't even get 1 white. So I did it again, but I didn't ask because of that. I really thought I got it until I saw. I was like, oh, I was already talking to the person to give my 3rd attempt, so I did it again. Here it is.
And now Mark Cervantes is up next. He's going to go for 200 kilos as well. They're going to adjust the rack height for him and let him have at it. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Fight through it. Fight through it. Fight through it. He is fighting it. That was an outstanding. That is what they mean by grinding, ladies and gentlemen. He did not get that lift, but that was a grind. You got to respect that grind. Awesome effort.
So after that grind, it wasn't harder than the second attempt. It just felt, I don't know, it looked harder. I mean, in person, it's different than on the video. It was slow in person. And I guess it was harder. They were both 10s, but I don't know. I just knew I was going to get it. And the spotter behind me, I felt like I felt his arms, his hands breathing on my chest. Like, I was like, it's just as long as this guy doesn't touch me. I know they weren't going to give it to me. I was like, I'm going to get 3 reds for sure. Like, I just knew. I know when I'm going to get called. And I was right, but I got 2 reds. And I just didn't want him to grab me. And I don't know, those squats, I mean, that's light. I mean, my most I've done is 452, but it was pretty easy in March. It's only 11 pounds less. 11 and a half, whatever, 440.9. So 11 pounds less, 5 kilos. But it was way harder. And my squats have plummeted. But I'm just glad that I got it. And I didn't fall. I didn't count. We 1 for 3. Horrible starts of the day. So bench, we go 259. 259, 270, just like my last meet in June, and then 281 redemption. Here it is.
Mark Cervantes is up next. Mark Cervantes, 117.5 kilos for Mark. Mark only got his opener, but he can turn things around here on the bench press. That was a good, strong press by Mark. What are the judges saying? They liked it and I loved it. Nice job. And now Mark Cervantes, he's trying to get a streak going. He hit his openers on squat and bench, but he ran into a buzzsaw on second attempt and third on squat. So let's get this thing turned around. We want you to go successfully on your second attempt for this bench right here. Let's impose our will on that bar. Come on, Mark, you can do it. Tony Shipe has just confirmed that I'm saying Shipe correctly and our announcer is saying it wrong. Ha ha. I'm just kidding. Peter's doing a great job here at the meet, but thank you for letting us know. Mark Cervantes, well done, Mark. Let's get that streak going is what I said, and he answered. Well done. Mark Cervantes, he turned things around. Had some problems in the squat with his second and third attempt, but he's cruising along right now in the bench press. Got his opener, got his second attempt. Let's see you go 3 for 3 in the bench right now. Come on, Mark. Tyler. Thank you. Come on, Mark. Good job by the spotters and loaders to take that.
So all I have to say about that one is I had my friend at Cheaty lift off for me because no one went with me to nationals. The first time I've gone alone, so I didn't have a lift off. I mean, I could have asked a lot of people, but I asked him, and I think the spotters can do it for you. I'm pretty sure because I've seen Steve Dennison give people lift offs, and he's in charge of the whole USPA. But whatever, I asked him, and on the 281, all I have to say is that one. 259 was like a little tiny misgroove. 270 was the easiest I ever felt. 281, I just rushed it on the way, like halfway down. He said I rushed it right before my chest, but I look at the video and it's the fastest one I went down on. So 259, 270 look really controlled, but 281, I rushed like, it was like, I got faster the lower I got. So it was like slow, fast, and then bam, it felt heavy as soon as he let go of it. And it didn't feel heavy last month. It felt like right when he let go of it last month, I was like, I knew I was going to get it because it felt like it was such a good lift off. But this one just felt heavy. And I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable with it on the way down. I went down fast because it was heavy, I guess. And I didn't stay tight. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just didn't get it. There's really nothing to say. I was pretty disappointed because I got it last month. Yeah, I didn't count, but at least I lifted it. So the bench was feeling great. It always feels great meet day. I just didn't get that one. There's really nothing to say. I don't know. Next time, whenever I compete, will be a while from now. I want to be in the 300s. Not even forget 281. I'm just gonna skip it. So coulda, shoulda, woulda. Who cares? We're going on deadlifts now. I opened 490, just like last meet was 45. So 490, 512, which is the most I did in March, but I did 524 last month. So 512, and then I was planning like 540 because deadlifts have been going great, or at least 529. I wasn't qualifying for worlds anymore. I knew that because squats went so horrible. I needed those, and I needed bench too. So now I just kind of just having fun. If I go crazy, I go crazy. If I don't, I don't. But I don't want to have like a horrible day either. So yeah, 490, 512, and then you'll see the last one.
Mark Cervantes is still in the meet, and he wants to get a good opener. Mark had to fight a little bit on the squat, but he came back strong in the bench press. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3 in the deadlift. Three white lights, nothing wrong with that.
Alright, so when Natasha pulled, what I said was, look at her, she's not preparing, she's pulling that like a grown woman. That's what I'm talking about.
Mark Cervantes. Mark, let's go. I want you to go 2 for 2 on the deadlift just like you did on bench. Let's go. We'll worry about that third attempt later. Right now, go for 2 for 2. Pulled his shoulders back at the top. Was that good enough? No, 2 reds. All right, when he pulled his shoulders back, he may have let him go forward first. That'll make you rock, and that's up and down motion.
So my second attempt, the announcer says, I pulled my shoulders back, and it might not have been enough. He's like, let's see if it's enough, whatever, and I got 2 reds. He said when you pull your shoulders back, sometimes it causes them to go back down, which is downward motion. He's right. I saw a lot of lifters do that. That's not what happened, though. I locked it out, but my grip was slipping, like always, like I predicted it would. And it would slip in my garage with about that same weight, 515, and that's 512.6. And my right one was really slipping. And, like, my left side was fine. I don't know why I got a red on that side. I really don't think I should have. And that old man, he's a Hall of Fame. I don't know his name. He's a Hall of Fame ref and powerlifter. He has like the world record for the 80-year-old deadlift. But like, nothing against him, but I just don't see why he gave me one. Because like my left knee looked fine. And then I was giving my attempt to the expediter or whatever, and he told me, I didn't ask. He's like yeah, lock out. And I was like, yeah. And then I told him like, I know it's my grip because my grip was slipping, but let's look at that again. So right here you could see my left knee's really not that bad at all. It's my right knee that like does the earthquake because it's my grip slipping. My left knee looks fine, but I got called for both. And in person, you could probably tell more. I didn't think that was going to count anyway. But you could really see my grip. Like, man, look at my right hand. You could really see, like, look how much the bar slides. And the plates are literally rotating, like spinners. Like, look at that. Damn, that's horrible. But I just wanted to show my left knee real quick at lockout. Now onto my last one. I just redid it. Didn't want to have a bad day. I knew 529 was very possible because that 512.6 was easy. Redo was easy. 540 possibly, but my grip was a factor. So 529 for sure could have been a 5.5 pound PR, but at this point I just didn't want to do bad anymore. Like a bad number day. Like I don't want to go 4 for 9. I ended up going 5 for 9. So here it is. Super easy.
It off. If you could hear the sounds of the bars dropping in the warm-up room, I know we got some noise that's going to be made in Flight D. Don't go anywhere. But right now, Mark Cervantes, nice strong pull, 3 white lights to finish his day. Nice job. Terrence Rooney, let's close things out big, Terrence. 529.1 pounds for Terrence.
So thoughts on the meet since I went 5 for 9. I thought I went 6 for 9 because I was so sure I was going to go 3 for 3 on deadlift, but I forgot I missed my second one. I forgot it was just my grip. I don't know, this meet I didn't hate it. Just probably maybe because it was my first nationals, but like I wasn't mad, I wasn't let down, I wasn't bummed out. I completely forgot about squats after it happened. After my second and third happened, and when I was resting for bench, it didn't get to me at all. I totaled 1200. I suck. I did 1240 in March and then 1240 last month when I was not ready or peaked, and then this time 1200. But I really do think one of those squats should have counted. I mean, nobody thought that it shouldn't have, even though my first one was a lot lower. The 419 was a lot lower than my 440 both times. So, I don't know. They can see they're all up in my ass, I guess, especially the girl on the right. she really gets in there on squat and bench, so she can really see. It probably didn't count. I should have asked though. I don't know why I got 3 reds, just to know, like not because I disagree, but I really think 1 should have counted though at least. 440 would have been a 5.5 pound meat decrease, just like last time. 5.5 pound meat decrease from 452 to 455 to 440, but I didn't get it, so it's to 419. Whatever, really nothing to say about squats. If I wasn't low enough, I wasn't low enough. I can't see from the front, so it's a biased thing for me to say they should have counted it. Bench, I already said, it just felt heavy, rushed it on the way down. That's all it really was. You can't stay tight like that, so there's no way I was that tight. Deadlift, it's just my grip, like I was predicting. I said if your grip's slipping 2 weeks out, it's gonna slip me, Dave. I was right. I mean, maybe not everyone's like that, but for me, it's like that. It sucks, I know, but I just wanted to take a chance. I mean, 512 wasn't even heavy, so I'm not worried about that. My thoughts moving on for competing, will I still go crazy? I mean, I didn't go crazy in June. People said I was crazy for doing that. At least I did better that one than this one, not being ready. But I just wanted to qualify for Worlds, couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it at Nationals. And I was thinking maybe one more chance. I have till October 4th. That's the deadline. Qualify for Worlds, which is in November. But no, that would really be crazy. So I'm just really gonna focus on high volume. My 2-year anniversary. It marks 2 years since I first started competing. December 8th, 2019. This December will be 2 years, so I want to compete then or January. Depends when Tron comes back, because she's in Peru. She wants to watch me. She wanted to watch me at Worlds, but since that's not happening, she's staying longer, and she has some stuff to do. They're running a resort in Peru, long story. Her and her family business, and a clinic. But besides her, I may compete without her coming. She's never seen me compete anyway, out of 6 meets. Maybe I'll do one sooner, like November anyway, because I was going to do Worlds, but just do another one. Or the LA Fit Expos in January. Could do that. Or December. We'll see. I'm going to take some time for sure. It's going to be about 6 months. No, 5. So December will be 5 months. January 6. I think I'm going to take a while. What to I compete next, but what I have going forward into this next prep. Just in general, off-season, not prep, but off-season into the prep. I'm going to do high volume for sure. I think I just went too crazy too fast last prep. I have videos still when I got the squat bar, and I was doing I did a 5 rep max with 380, and I look back, that was too heavy. Yeah, that was too heavy. I don't know why I did that. And I wasn't hitting depth on my working sets or that, and that was just too fast. That was like a deload week and then that, which is what I'm gonna do this week. Deload week, I'm just gonna squat today, bench tomorrow, deadlift Wednesday. That's it, and then accessories, and then we'll start next week. But I'm just gonna go light. We're starting with 4x6s, and then 5x5, and then 4x7, and then 5x6, but we're staying at the same weight. That's how I'm going to start this one. My body reacts great to doing the same weight, more volume, so it's going to be 70% and just add volume. Very simple. I'm going to start super easy compared to last time. I started too hard, and I think that's probably where I hurt my hip, honestly, and I just wasn't hitting depth because it was just too heavy too fast, and I didn't have enough time to recover. But there's no excuse. We're just going to go really easy now. Complete opposite. So that's pretty much it for the recap. I went 5 for 9, total 1200. I did this nationals to compare to every nationals. I'm gonna do the next one in Georgia in May 2022. It's right before I turn 28. It'll be May 29th. My birthday's May 31st. I'm doing this to compare how much better I get at every national. So this one was bad. So hopefully next one could at least be 1300 in May. I said I was going to total 1400 at nationals. I was way off. I was only off by 200. I'm just kidding. That's a lot. That's a lot. I suck. I thought my squats were going to go great. That's why. If squats would have went the way I wanted them to, it wasn't such a crazy prediction, but they didn't. Bench either. But bench is way better than my squats. Everything's better than my squats. So we compare this to my nationals next year, and it should go a lot better than 1240 or 1200. So that's it for the video. It's time to get into the off season. I'm about to train right now, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.